Hey guys, it's Sarah, and welcome to pregnancy week 18 and Veda day 1. Yay, Veda! Let me show you this before I drive off. So we got pictures today of baby girl, and she is 8 ounces. Look, there's a little foot too. They ended up not doing the anatomy scan. We got there, the lady, and I am leaving Sonic, no judgment. I got my kid some tots and apple juice. I asked him what he wanted for lunch, and he said apple juice. And I said, well, you gotta have something else, Bubba. Anyways, yeah, I was gonna make this right after I left the doctor, but there just wasn't time. I have felt so rushed all morning. We've had a really busy morning, and I'm actually taking Oz to the dentist this afternoon in Jackson, and that is like, it's a little over an hour away, and yeah, so there's that. It's gonna be awful. I'm pretty sure we have another cavity. I think, unfortunately, he just has bad teeth, and my teeth were just okay. I think Ed had bad teeth growing up, which his mom blamed on some antibiotics, and that may be the case, but I think Ed may have just had bad teeth. My mom also had bad teeth. I don't know if we talked about this before, but by the time she was 13, all her teeth were gone. She had to have them all pulled, which nowadays they wouldn't do that, but that's all they knew then. Oh, goody. Oz is gonna entertain us. Anyways, as far as week 18 pregnancy goes, things have been fine. I've been feeling her move a lot more, and I don't know why I said things have been fine. I've been super stressed out, but as far as the pregnancy and stuff goes, it's been fine. The chest and the back and the neck and down the arm pain, see, we're moving down, have all been back and worse. I am out of my pantoprazole, and I was out of all my refills, so I go back and see the gastroenterologist, well, the nurse practitioner, tomorrow morning, and hopefully get another refill on that. But Sunday night in particular, I was hurting so bad, and I really think, I know you guys have heard me complain a lot, and it makes me feel really, really bad, because I actually have a pretty good and high pain tolerance. So I feel like a crazy person when I complain about it. And I know my family, or in particular my husband and my best friend, are tired of hearing me talk about it, but it is what it is, and I have been in quite a bit of pain over that. Ed ended up reading a bunch of stuff again on the GERD and the vagus nerve, and he was telling me that he was reading a lot of stuff about people talking about how that they were on enough medicine to get rid of the heartburn, which, by the way, since I'm off the pantoprazole, even though I've been taking the ranitidine, my heartburn has been ridiculous again. And that they're taking enough medicine to knock the heartburn regurgitation out, but what they're not getting rid of is the chest and back pain, so they had to keep upping their dose. I don't know. I wanted to talk to the OBGYN about it this morning. I didn't. I just told her everything was fine, and I'll just discuss everything with the gastro tomorrow and go from there and see what they say. I'm actually really dreading that appointment. For one, I just feel like every time we've been, I haven't gotten the runaround, but I just haven't had the most 100% pleasant experience there. And I don't know. Like this morning, guys, and this is not a rarity, but it is worse since not being on the pantoprazole. But it's just little things like I noticed this morning that I, have a rattle in my chest. Well, I'm sure it's from waking up hours and hours at a time. Refluxing, having GERD all night. There's toe tots. This morning, I didn't want to eat before I went to the doctor, but I knew I had to drink because I had to have a full bladder for the ultrasound. And again, like even water, just I can feel it coming back up with nothing else on my tummy. Like, that's not normal, and I know it's not normal, and I know that I need to be on those medications. You know, my husband was talking again about how high my levels were when they did like that. They were checked. I don't know. Anyway, so I really don't want to be a hypochondriac, and I know nobody's gonna 100% help me right now because I'm pregnant, and I feel like it's my fault because I never really 100% got full answers, and then I got pregnant. So I'm just in this weird state of not really knowing where to go from here. And I don't know. I know they're not going to 100% help me. And I don't know. I have all these fears of not being able to enjoy the new baby. For being in pain with my chest and my back. And, you know, when it bothers me a lot. But when it's fine, it's okay. But then it just comes on sometimes out of nowhere and like with no rhyme or reason. I cannot pinpoint anything. You know, I have talked about before in the past, if I wait a while to eat, sometimes like in the morning I won't have it. I don't know. But like this morning, I wasn't eating and I had a little pain, and then it was fine. It wasn't bad, but excuse me, I didn't eat till after my doctor's appointment. And I had some after my doctor's appointment, but again, it wasn't, I mean, after I ate, I had a little bit of pain, but it wasn't anything that was awful. But now it's gone. But I do have horrible gas and reflux. And I just took something. And I also feel like I could eat, but I'm afraid to eat. So, because I've already been puking in my mouth this morning. I don't know. And I don't know, maybe all of this is being exacerbated by pregnancy, which is very likely the case. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, but otherwise everything is fine with on the baby front. They didn't do the anatomy scan when I got there. I got really upset about that. She's like, but we'll still do the gender. I figured that's what you want to know anyways. And she's like, we'll wait and do an anatomy scan when you come back in a couple weeks. She's like, I really just want this baby to be a little bit bigger before I start trying to see all the chambers in the heart. She's like, I mean, I'll be able to see some things, but I won't be able to see everything. And I'm pretty sure we were around this same time, we might have been a week ahead. We might have been right at 19 weeks instead of 18 when they did all that with Oz. Which, I mean, I know a week in pregnancy, when you're talking about a little baby changing so much, makes a huge difference. But I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. But anyways, I wondered if my size might have something to do with it. It might be harder to see because I'm thicker this time. Or, you know, my age plays a factor into that. And they want to make sure they absolutely 100% see everything that they can see. And that there are no doubts at all about, you know, making sure that things are still there. But when she got done with the anatomy, I mean, with gender reveal scan, you know, she told me that everything from what she could tell today looked fine and on target, and the baby's about 8 ounces. So I'm tickled there. I am not at all I'm not unhappy. I'm just tired. So I feel like as I'm talking, I'm dragging and dragging and dragging. I also just took a drink of something, and it is just sitting right here. Anyways, and I've been pretty uncomfortable. It's just so strange. I just don't understand. And ultimately, I just feel like I need to see somebody bariatric that can help me, that can lead me the right path, that can say, oh, you absolutely, you know, need this revision, which, by the way, we can't pay for. Or, you know, this is what my other patients have used and tried and liked and really worked for them. I don't have that kind of communication with Vanderbilt, and you guys know that they weren't helpful the last time I reached out to them, which makes me emotional. I did talk to the guy that we go to church with. It's a chiropractor, that's who I see. And I asked him about what he knew about the vagus nerve, and he was his whole thing. He always talks over my head. I never know what he's saying. But ultimately, he was saying was that he would be surprised if it was just one major nerve. He thinks it probably is a series of different issues and problems. I mean, different, and it may be inflaming that nerve, but there might be a lot going on there. Yes, baby. Hi, baby. And he is probably right, you know. But what he did tell me that he could do was that if I did the homework and came up with the questions, that he would be willing to contact Vanderbilt for me as a doctor to try and get the answers, as a doctor of a patient with weight loss surgery, to get some answers for me. Here's my biggest issue. I don't know exactly what questions to ask. Help me to get the answers. My brain is completely fried. And yesterday morning, I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with, which I know is pregnancy brain, but it is so bad and so real. I looked for 5 minutes for this other sock that I couldn't find. I looked everywhere. Do you know where it was? On my foot. And then this morning at the doctor's office, when you go, so I had an ultrasound, and then they send you to the lab, and then you pee in a cup, and then after you pee in the cup, they send you to the scale, and after the scale, they send you to the room. Okay, if you don't have an ultrasound scheduled, then you just go straight to the lab, you pee in a cup, and then go on from there. Do you know what I did this morning? I peed in the lab without a cup. And as I'm peeing, I think to myself, I really should have gone ahead and written my name on my cup instead of writing my name on the cup after I peed. But then I couldn't find my cup, and it's because I didn't use a cup. I just peed. That's the kind of level we're talking about. So, I don't know. Anyway, so if you can think of some, help a sister out. Help me think of some direct questions I need to be asking to get the answers that I need. I just need some help. I just need some help. And I know as far as like x-rays to make sure everything and that, you know, they're not going to do right now. I know that. But I need some help. And at the end of the day, I am absolutely 100% convinced that all of this is somehow related to my sleeve. You know, my husband even made the comment, did I think I have a leak? I'm like, I don't think so. I think I would be a lot sicker. I don't think that's something that they would have seen, the gastro would have seen when he did my thing. Maybe he would have. I don't know. I don't know how many I don't know how many weight loss surgery patients he's dealt with, or if that would even be something that he would know to look for. I did not ask those kind of questions. My hands were kind of tied behind my back when we went because I didn't have a lot of options of where and who to see. I just feel like I need to start back over to get some help, and I can't get bariatric help. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So, I don't know. This video is 13 minutes long, and I'm just rambled on and complained, and I don't mean to do that. We are so blessed. We're so thankful to have baby girl, and that she seems to, you know, her heart beats good. It was 151, and everything in there seems really good and very healthy. So I feel good about that, and I will see you tomorrow for Veda Day 2. Bye.